Double kill. Biohazard. Killing spree. Double kill. Killing spree. Double kill.
You have won the match.
Biohazard.
Caution, units in transit. Please watch your step and stay clear of production lines.
The match is... the match.
All right, does everybody remember who the top three is? Because I missed it.
Yep,
I was second. I know that.
I got first. I was third.
You got first?
Rezo.
There we go.
Yeah, got it.
You got first? Yeah, you got it. So if you get first, you get the pink keyboard.
Could you adjust get rid of that overlay right there on that scene, the quad? Yeah, you can drop it. We already have it. It's in the left, so you can just kill it or just hide
So
it.
it's going to be the top 3 out of 3 games.
So you guys officially starting Unreal Tournament?
Yes.
All right. So we're broadcasting now.
All right.
We got a triple setup and we got audio going. So
Excellent. That sounds very bad. There's nothing in here though. I think it was coming through my monitor. All right, let's do
you
this.
have your computer muted.
Huh?
Is this muted?
Oh, to prevent feedback, it's
Yeah.
just going through this.
Oh, you hear it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I hear us blabbering too.
That's all right.
Testing.
Because I can't tell who's playing.
We'll just ramble like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I guess that's true. All right, so we're starting off our first hosted session of Extra Life this year, and we're doing our first hosted tournament of Unreal Tournament 2004. So who do we got playing? We got Austin, Brahman. Who else is in there? We got a couple of the team players in here playing, and we just want to give a huge shout out to Blue Ox Games for hosting us again this year. Thank you so much, Harry and team, for hosting us. We appreciate it. And breakfast was provided by CDW. Thank you, CDW, for providing breakfast. That's awesome. It's Chick-fil-A. That was very good. Can't go wrong with Chick-fil-A. And I want to give a shout out to our team members who helped do a lot of the infrastructure this year. Check out our social media. You can kind of see some pictures of what we set up. This has been another learning year for the team. We've got 31 players signed up this year. And we built out this awesome rack with a gig switch, and it's just awesome what they put together in this really cool streaming setup that Josh Buck put together. So we appreciate that as well. And then Austin with the game cache server. So we really appreciate their help. Live chat is open, so jump in, and we're taking questions and even jokes and whatever else you want to throw at the team members. We'll be glad to throw them under the bus as much as we possibly can. So keep an eye out on the Extra Life page. We do know that they're having problems today, and if you're having trouble donating, just be patient to see if they come back online later this afternoon. But if not, you can drop your donations off at Blue Ox Games on 10th Street here in Greenville. And Harry and team will take those and make sure those are applied and that you get credit for those for the prize pool. So if you cannot donate through Extra Life today, drop those prizes off at Blue Ox, or excuse me, drop your cash donations off at Blue Ox, and Harry up front will be glad to take them. So, all right, let's look at the gameplay here. So it looks like the guys, I don't know what they're doing, but it looks fun.
They're shooting each other.
They're shooting each other, yes. I don't think I had enough caffeine this morning.
Then, so just kind of talk and hear yourself. You'll hear it in a second.
Is it unmixed? We're testing the audio. Thinks the mix is a little uneven, so.
Wait for it to catch up. Can you hear yourself? It's quiet, isn't it? But I don't know if it's those headphones.
It's quiet.
I've got it like cranked all the way up. What are our two radio names?
I don't know what our radio names are.
What's the most what about what was that movie from was it Basketball where it had
I'm not so sure that's for this family-friendly stream, Basketball,
well, what
with the
about,
creators
like,
of South Park.
How about like Bill and Jerry?
Bill and Jerry.
Bill and Jerry.
Bill and Jerry coming live to you
Extra
from
Life 2019.
2019, coming to you from Blue Ox Games, located on 10th Street in Greenville, North Carolina.
Give us 15 minutes while we shill out all the corporate sponsors for
That's-
our prizes.
That's right, which we have a whole list of corporate sponsors this year. So now's a good opportunity to run down that list. Where is my list?
Start with the phone book in the A's.
In the A's. Where is my corporate sponsor list?
Oh, I wasn't serious.
Oh, you weren't serious?
No.
Oh, well, we got to give them shout-outs because we
I
said we
mean, we got 25 hours to do this.
will. We did do a lot of social media for those guys. We're
Wait,
broadcasting on several platforms.
Which one of us is Bill and which one of us is Jerry?
I think we leave that as a surprise. Hold on just a second. The pizza's here. Right back here. Right here. Sorry about that. We had a pizza delivery. So
Pizza's very important, Bob.
pizza's, yes, it is great gamer fuel. So stream. So you can check us out. You go to thewebheads.com, THEWEBHEADZ.com, and you can go up to the top right-hand corner. You see where we're streaming today. We're streaming to multiple platforms, including Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and some other off-the-wall platforms we're streaming live on. So this is the first year of doing a multi-stream out, so check those out. We're going to try to keep this as entertaining as possible today.
All right, so do you guys want to do one
one more deathmatch game, then switch the teams, or you want to do switch the teams now?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Testing. Testing.
So it seems we're switching the teams. Who was the winner on that last game?
What? We got the top 3 players.
Who was that?
I'm going home to get the medals.
Oh, we need some.
I haven't played it before.
Oh,
My first time also.
he's not played it before, and he spanked all you guys. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. I'm trying to drive the knife in. Is it working? No, it's not working. All right.
I think I can get out because I'm the host. They have a decent amount of maps, but I think you have to pay for the other maps.
It's an important thing to remember that when donating to the Children's Miracle Network and the Extra Life fundraiser today, that 100% of your donations go directly to the Children's Hospital here in Greenville, North Carolina, the James and Connie Manning Children's Hospital. So keep that in mind as you're watching our stream. We're not the only group today participating. In Extra Life, today is National Game Day, so there's teams all across the country raising money for dozens and hundreds of different children's hospitals across the country today. So we are supporting the James and Connie Maynard Children's Hospital in Greenville, North Carolina. So it's a great cause. It's a great facility. So make sure you donate, and keep in mind that again, your donations, 100% of your donations go to the hospital. And you can check out our website. Blog, and you can see how that money is used to buy equipment and to educate for educational materials and care. Actually pays for care for individuals who may not be in the situation that they can pay. So, but you can go to our website, thewebheads.com. Also our Facebook page, facebook.com/thewebheads, and see how that money is used. And they do a great job of leveraging that money at the James and Connie Maynard Children's Hospital here in Greenville. The staff over there are excellent. I can speak to that because I've had 2 children there, and they're just really great over there. So keep that in mind, and your donation is tax deductible.
Is starting. Three, 2, 1.
Josh says he can hear us.
Nice. We've actually got some folks tuning in remotely today. Josh Cordan, appreciate that. He's a team member, but he couldn't make it in today to play with us, but he's playing online. We appreciate that, Josh. Good to see you this morning when you stopped by. If you want to check the team out, we're at Blue Ox Games on 10th Street in Greenville, North Carolina. Stop by. We're playing in the back. Also, keep in mind that we're doing a prize pool for donors. For every $25 that you donate, we enter your name into a prize pool. And we've got some great prizes this year. You can check out our website, thewebheads.com/blog, and you can see the prizes that are available for your donation. Again, every $25 is a ticket into the raffle. We also have a prize pool this year for our team members. So each team member has to raise money as part of their membership on the team, and there's a $500 minimum they have to raise to be entered into the team member prize pool. This year we have 3 prizes for team members to win, and again they have to raise a minimum of $500 to be entered into the pool. And this year we have a 42-inch, 43-inch curved Lenovo gaming monitor, which is amazing. That Lenovo donated. Dell also donated a 40-some-odd-inch gaming monitor as well, and we have a Core i9 processor donated by CDW. So we appreciate those sponsors donating that. Thank you guys so much for giving us those prizes. It's been a good motivator for the team.
Ah, nice. Oh. Nice. Oh.
I got it to like an okay mix.
Okay.
Like a slice of pizza.
All right. I want to give a few shout outs to some additional sponsors today. We've already talked about CDW and Lenovo and Dell. We thank those guys. Thank you guys so much we appreciate that. We want to throw a shout out to Sirius Healthcare. Thank you guys for your gift card. And Flexential, thank you for the JBL Bluetooth speaker. Nostalgia Newsstand right here in Greenville. We thank you for the two collectible items that you sent our way. The Scullery in downtown Greenville. Appreciate you guys for the gift certificate. Matt Scully, the owner. We really appreciate you. Vita Wellness Center. We appreciate you guys throwing us a couple of gift certificates. Connection.com. Thank you so much for the Ultimate Years Mega Boom 3. Ahead. Appreciate the Apple AirPods. That's great. Those things look really awesome. Thank you so much. US Cellular ENC Business Division, thank you so much for the Bluetooth headsets. And Stumpy's Hatchet House right here in Greenville, thank you so much for the gift cards. We have those. We look forward to passing those out to a couple of winners. Magazine Exchange, thank you so much for the packs of sleeves. And Bonefish Grill, thank you so much for the gift card as well. We appreciate that. Looks like the team is taking a quick break. Stand by. Let's see what's going on right here.
I can try to go to the team page and see what
I think the guys had to take a quick break between switching of games here, so stay tuned for the next round. I have no clue where I just saved that. I think I saved the downloads.
It'll be in the regular downloads.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of hard drive space on his boot drive or whatever. So he'll get over it. How's the pizza? How's the pizza?
It's okay. thin crust, I guess, so it won't balloon.
Yeah, I like some thin crust. Brandon, can you come help me out here for a second? I don't know. The bottom right hand corner's got somebody's video showing.
Oh my god. It's BJ's. It just magically started working.
BJ.
For like the past quite a while, BJ's like wasn't streaming anything.
It's 100%. I want to give a huge shout out to Papa John's today, who donated our lunch. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. They've delivered 20 plus pizza just a few minutes ago. So we really appreciate that. I think it's probably going to be lunch and dinner. So thank you guys so much for that. We appreciate it. We got some other surprises lined up for the team tonight, some other goodies. We're going to get those ordered and brought in. But thank you so much, Papa John's, for that. It's great pizza. Who's still playing?
Somebody's butt. That would be player 2, which is Joe, who just probably got up for some pizza.
It looks like the guys have all gotten up for pizza, so we'll return in just a minute.
Are you still doing the tournament?
They're taking a lunch. They're grabbing something to eat.
Leslie, I can.
Now do it.
Me and my co-DJ here, we're not communicating very well today. Because we're not professional DJs.
That's right.
That's
Jill.
right. Jill.
We'll change it up every time.
That's right. We get new names. New names every time. So I'm Jill, and that's Jack. And we didn't go up a hill today. So again, we're over here at Blue Ox in the back, and right now, as you can see the room where we're currently set up. We have about 20, maybe 25, 28 players out of about 31 that signed up today. I think some people are coming in a little bit later. So some folks are not as hardcore as some of us who are going to do actually be 25 hours with the daylight savings time. But anyhow, here's a good shot of the group here. Some of the guys are away eating lunch. You get a nice view of Jonathan Cox there sitting in his awesome chair. And you could save that. That's the commercials. And later on, we'll do some pictures of the guys' rigs. Some of these rigs are amazing. I wish we could do video, but we don't have a portable camera this year. But next year, we'll do that. But we'll do some video and share what these guys bring to the table every year. And we do have some more console players this year. We appreciate those guys coming out and participating. So we're looking to grow this event every year. I think when we first started about 4 years ago, we might have had 10 or 12 folks. So this year we had 31 sign up, and I know that we had a few drop out. One guy was sick, and then some others had some things pop up. But we do appreciate those and those guys and the money they've raised so far. Again, I think we're sitting at $5,185 out of our $7,500 goal. So keep it coming in as Jonathan Cox entertains the group.
Yeah.
But his large.
So I gotta wait 2 minutes to join the game.
That's right. That's with his large bottle of water there. He'll spend most of the time today in the urinal. So I want to give everybody an update about what is ExtraLife and how I got started. It's a very interesting concept, ExtraLife, and of course they're partnering with CMN. ExtraLife actually has two branches, and one of those is video games, the other being board games. And there's a board gaming group here in town, and that is the ECU Board Game Society, and they raise actually quite a bit of money every year. And this money rolls up into the big CMN telethon that we do at the end of the year with Channel 7. So they do quite a bit in the local community with raising money. So the telethon that they do at the end of the year. So our funds will roll up into that big $1 million figure at the end of the year. But a huge shout out to the Wojtekis and their board gaming group. They do a lot for the community as well. But ExtraLife was formed in 2008 to honor Victoria Inman, who died of acute lymphoblastic leukemia. And so this all started from that. And it was aided by the sarcastic gamer community who sent gifts and video games to her. So that's where all this started. You can Google that and find the majority of the details out on Wikipedia. And this has grown over the years, and you have some big players like Rooster Teeth and some professional players who've jumped in on, even some big actors have jumped in onto the ExtraLife game. So that's really great, and we appreciate everything that they do for this cause. So blinking means unmuted?
I'm
No.
free. We're
Testing.
live right now. Yeah.
Oh, I think I might have it backwards. So here's some stats.
Put it on and find out.
Then I have to listen to myself talk, and it confuses me.
Well, then take it off as soon
Especially
as you hear
delayed.
yourself.
So here's some stats for the event totals and participation numbers over the years. So in 2008, 2009, they raised about $302,000. There's no figures on how many gamers participated, but they raised $302,000. So over the years, it's increased. 2011, it went over $1 million. They had 15,000 gamers participate. And then 2012 was $2 million, 17,000 gamers. And it looks like it's doubling every year. 2007, they raised $11 million, over $11 million, and had 50,000 gamers participate. So this is not, and that's only, so we're looking about 10 years. Man, that's been really good, and they've doubled almost every year. So it'll be interesting to see what our total figures are at the end of the year. So this is no small feat.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
wanted to poke around in here. Whenever a family has a child with an illness, you never know where that journey's going to take you. And we always prayed for a miracle.
She was the flyer. She's the one that they would, get and throw into the air.
She was this cute, petite, tiny little girl with just a head full of long, blonde hair. She wasn't afraid of heights. In fact, she wasn't really afraid of anything.
I've got a story just like anyone else. A wise man said, this too shall pass. Oh yeah. High and on, I'm gonna go all the way this time. Flying, never coming down. Gonna reach the stars. I'm going high.
We had noticed she had just gotten weak. I said, what's the matter with you? I said, you're a tumbler. You can tumble and do backflips, without knowing. And it progressed from that to she fainted a couple of times. And we thought it was, she's got a virus or whatever. So I took her into the doctor the next day, and they immediately sent us to Texas Children's Hospital.
She was just, from the moment I met her, she was about 11 years old, she just had a sort of magical presence about her, and nothing would keep that girl down.
Victoria was diagnosed at the age of 11 and a half with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. The cure rate for leukemia is the 80%. When Victoria was told that she had cancer, that's the only time we saw her cry. And Dr. Dreyer walked in and told her that 80%, 85% rate cure. So Victoria accepted that. She said she wasn't worried anymore.
In today's world, we cure, go away forever, about 80% of children. In 1965, we cured 5% of children. So the improvement is unbelievable. And Victoria actually had a particular subtype of ALL that the cure rate should have even been better than that.
Victoria's treatment was to take 2.5 years. And at the end of 2.5 years of chemo, Victoria was to be finished with her treatment.
So during that time, You know, she had some good days, she had some bad days.
When she was sick, she still would put on her cheerleading suit and go do cheerleading. I have lots of pictures and important memories in my office, and one of the ones that I get to see every day is my beautiful picture of Victoria as an angel at our Camp Periwinkle. I'm the camp doctor. I've been the camp doctor for 20 plus years. And I took a little girl who was suffering from cystic fibrosis and cancer. And she was in Tori's cabin. But Victoria would come around, 11:30 in the morning, 12, get this little girl all ready for the day's activities for the afternoon. And she got this little girl ready to go to the dance. I will never forget that little girl at that dance. What a wonderful support Tori was, because without Tori, this little girl would never have had the camp experience that she did.
She feels great. How does my heart sound?
It's a little off. It kind of sounds like a bunny. I like bunnies.
Oh, you like bunnies?
I love them.
Okay, you're good. Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to hand this over to Dr. Frickback and see what she has to say.
Well, what's your name again?
My name is Bunny McBunkbunk.
Well, Bunny McBunkbunk, today our breaking story is about a little dog named Arfie. Let's ask Arfie.
In 2005, Texas children held their first radiothon with the Children's Miracle Network Hospital, and that's where we met Doc.
We were doing a radiothon at a radio station in Houston, Texas, and she was the kind of kid that you could hear her coming long before she got to your soundproof studio. She was very full of energy. She was just 10 or 11 years old and was already considered a long-term survivor of leukemia.
You know, here she is, lying up in bed, tubes connected to her. She didn't go and cry about it or bemoan her situation. She was around to try to visit these other kids to make them feel better. And I think that's the legacy of her.
At the end of 2.5 years, when Victoria's treatment was over, they performed another spinal tap and a bone marrow test. The Dr. Dreyer called us. I remember it was a Thursday, and she said, "I cannot believe this, but Victoria has relapsed." Because of the seriousness of her relapse, they told Victoria that her next option was to receive a bone marrow transplant.
Our community really rallied behind our family and our church. You know, we even had signs, "Pray for Victoria." So it wasn't just our family, it affected everybody.
And she made it through, and 9 months later, she relapsed again.
Joellen called me, and she had just the worst news ever, and that is that Victoria's cancer had returned.
So this was 3 times she was told that she had cancer. And so we began another journey to receive a second bone marrow transplant.
Victoria at that time decided she was going to fight and entered the hospital for what would turn out to be an extremely long stay, many, many, many months. And so as a result of this extended stay, I saw that there wasn't as much for her to do as you can stay placated with as a young person.
And he asked her at that time, he said, "Victoria, do you like to play video games?" She said, "I love to play video games."
So I put the word out to a website that I worked with called Sarcastic Gamer, and the online community responded in droves. What I expected to be a couple of games that might come from here and there instead turned out to be things coming from all over the world.
And we started receiving boxes of games.
We had games that came in from Asia and Europe, and
he was receiving games from all over Texas, all over the United States.
So much so that it became sort of overwhelming. Tori had to end up giving it away to other kids who were also stuck in the hospital.
She was the one to go around to be that extra person for all these other children.
It just doesn't seem right that a child should be sick. It's not right that a child stay in a hospital and that they're confined to the hospital and their 4 walls and they're not experiencing the other things that children are doing.
She couldn't be around other people that could have any infections. You know, when she was out, she had to wear her masks.
During this time, Victoria contracted a fungal infection, which is from a very low immune system, and she had little to no immune system left.
And I asked her what she wanted for Christmas, and she said, I'd really just like to get out of this hospital and go see Christmas lights. Christmas lights are something my family and I go see together all the time, and I can't even leave to go see Christmas lights.
We knew that during the final stages that we weren't going to have Victoria with us much longer.
We were only outside for about 10 minutes, but it was a very special 10 minutes. It wasn't a lot of talking. We just looked at lights. And after about 10 minutes, we rolled back upstairs to her room, and we had our picture made in front of a little Christmas tree. And I said goodbye. And that picture is one of my most prized possessions because it was taken just moments before I saw my friend for the last time. And Victoria passed away before I could get back to see her.
The miracle that we received was that we had her for the time that we had her.
I brought her picture, and I just put that on the table. And I said, you know, this is what we look at every day during this radiothon, during this campaign.
Victoria passed away on January 21st, 2008, after a 4-year battle with leukemia, failed bone marrow transplants, and fungal infections.
It was as a result of Tori's death, sitting at her funeral, that I made up my mind that I needed to be doing this, not just a couple days a year with a radiothon, that I needed to be doing this with my life.
Doc wanted to do something special for Victoria, in memory of Victoria. And he came up with a fundraiser called ExtraLife. And this fundraiser would be for the gaming community.
It just occurred to me that gamers should be able to do the things they love to help sick and injured kids as well. And so ExtraLife was born. 1,200 gamers showed up on October 15th in 2008.
With this year's ExtraLife Gaming Marathon, we're helping save kids' lives. You don't even have to be a crime-fighting superhero.
Each and every year afterwards, it continued to grow. Gamers responded by being able to game for their local hospitals. The next year, 4,500 gamers showed up, raised almost $500,000. The year after that, it was 15,000 gamers raising $1 million, and the next year, 17,000 gamers raising $2.1 million. Video games are like the #1 form of entertainment on planet Earth, have been now for quite a while.
Anyone could be involved in ExtraLife.
Gamers aren't that pale kid in mom and dad's basement. They're mom and dads, they're aunts and uncles.
A young child to an older adult to a grandparent.
You can take all that fun of playing games for 24 hours and reach out to your friends and bring them to your environment.
Or if you want to play a board game, a card game.
The funds that ExtraLifers raise can go to a variety of purposes in the local area at the local hospital.
So maybe your extra $20 or your extra $50 goes to curing 87% of children with leukemia.
They might buy an isolette for a baby that is born the size of a cell phone and has to fight for its life.
I can guarantee you that money goes directly back to these children to keep this from happening again to someone else's child.
Getting involved with ExtraLife is really simple. You just have to go to the website at extra-life.org, put in a few details in there, join a team if you'd like to, or create one. After that, it's as simple as fundraising with your friends and family. Let them know why you are doing this. They should know that the money you raise is going to stay local in your community.
We never will truly lose Victoria because she will live for all of us through this.
It started with a little girl in Orange, Texas.
And I think that's all we have to say for today.
All we have to say today, so
we'll see
see
you
you
tomorrow
later
at
on
news at
whatever time it is.
at Victoria's house. Bye!